Plopped down in the middle of the San Francisco Bay sits Olone Island. With its quiet streets, Victorian homes, and well-behaved palm trees, a positively idyllic setting teeming with mystery. Billibatt Productions presents The O-Line Mysteries, brought to you by chickpimp.com.
Lorna, this is really lovely. I think all nurseries should have coffee shops overlooking them.
Yeah, it feels like there's more oxygen up here.
There probably is.
Are you finished with the comics, Sally? I'll trade you for the home and garden.
Yes, but I want the business section.
See that kid with the dark curly hair? Now he must be the owner's son.
Who?
Look down to your right, the cute one in the hat.
Lorna.
I'm not being lascivious. He's adorable. Look at him. Youth really is beauty.
Why do you think he's the owner's son?
Well, watch how he hustles. He's too young to care about a job unless he's got something at stake, like a college fund or inheritance.
Maybe he just likes his job.
Oh, pooh. No one that young and that beautiful likes a job at a nursery unless he has something at stake.
That's cynical.
But true enough.
Oh, look, there's that couple again.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a weekend without a Flintstone sighting.
It's like we have the exact same agenda.
Yeah, it is. It's like
right?
We saw him at the German restaurant,
Yeah.
and the weekend before that, we saw him at the Japanese park.
Right.
And the grocery. It really is every weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to go over and say hi, introduce myself.
Oh, Sally, no, that's weird.
No, it's not. We obviously have the same interests. I'm going to go invite them for a coffee.
Oh, Lord. Wow, John. And Claire, you do the canning yourself.
Yeah, it's a big job, though.
Since I've been on this fresh garden kick, we haven't had a sick day between us in 2 years. Why don't you come by and see what I'm talking about, if you don't have plans today?
Wow, thank you. I'd love to. I could really use the tips. Say in about an hour?
Lorna, you and I will have to make do with tea talk. Do you know where Speckles Garden Center is? We live across the street.
Oh, I know that. You have the fenced-in yard.
Yes. On the corner, we only have part of it fenced in. The east side is more of a fruit tree fence.
All right, then. We'll see you later.
This is a lovely patio, Claire. Did John build it?
Yes, we added it about 3 years ago. It needs another weatherproofing, I'm afraid.
Gosh, with the fence you're covering the road there, it feels like you're 100 miles away from civilization back here. And with Speckles Garden Center across the street, I'm sure it comes in very handy.
It has been helpful at times. I'm afraid neither one of us are good at the houseplants. Before John retired, neither one of us did any plants or planting.
If you'd like, we could go over to the Speckles Garden Center, and I can get you set up with some spider plants if you like.
Oh, that would be fantastic. I'll just get my wallet.
Okay, let me just go tell Sally.
Oh, come through the house with me. We'll find places for the plants, and I don't think either of them are going to miss us for a few minutes.
Look at them, like pigs in dirt. You're right, let's just go.
We better get back. I'm sure John has exhausted Sally with his know-how by now.
Right. And I think this is a good size. It needs to be replanted in this pot so you'll have enough room to groove and everything, but before long it'll be sending out tentacles for new little plants.
I always thought they liked the dry, warm weather.
Not so much. They like it wet. They need to be watered at least twice a week. Not drowned, but a good drink.
That's great. It's a good start.
Think they've even noticed we've been gone?
I doubt it. I'm so glad you two introduced yourselves. Now John can have a garden buddy.
Claire. Oh, look. There's cop cars around your house.
John. Oh, no.
Claire, wait. Wait, Claire, don't run into this. It's probably nothing. You know these cops, Sunday afternoon, nothing else to do. Oh, okay. Here we go. They are in your house. Excuse me, officer, what's going on?
Hey, you ladies need to leave. Jeff, set up a perimeter outside.
I live here. Where's my husband?
Oh, just a second. Stay here.
Oh, no. Sally! No, you calm down.
I'm here.
Where's John?
Mrs. Torres,
Yes?
please come with me.
Sally, what happened?
Oh, we were in the garden. I thought he had a heart attack because he just dropped on the ground. But when I rolled him over, he had blood dripping from his forehead, and you two were gone.
My God, we just went across to the nursery for like 15 minutes at the most. You're shivering. Are you cold?
Yes.
Are you Lorna?
Yes.
We need to get your statement.
Sure, of course. But my partner's going into shock. Can we get her a blanket or a jacket for her?
I'll get it for her. Please, come with me.
Okay, honey, I'll be right back. You just sit here for a second. Here, honey, drink this, and I've got some hot soup on for us.
What is this?
Hot toddy. It'll calm your nerves.
Ew, it'll take your mind off everything, that's for sure.
Exactly.
I'm surprised we haven't heard from your boyfriend yet.
Huh? Oh, Detective Keeling? Right. Well, maybe he doesn't handle murders. Did you call in sick for tomorrow?
I sent around an email.
Okay. Well, let's just think about this.
Sweetheart, I really don't think I can do that right now. Oh, Christ, don't answer that.
Oh, don't be silly. Oh, Detective Keeling, we were just talking about you.
This is sort of an unofficial visit. How are you two holding up?
Lorna's getting me drunk.
Sally, I gave her a hot toddy.
What? Nothing stronger in the house?
Oh, just to calm her nerves a bit.
Look, you were a witness to a murder. There's no shame in a strong belt, or two, or four.
Thanks.
I know you two have been over this, but can I bother you once more? Homicide isn't my department, but, well, as you can imagine, I do kind of know you two.
It's okay. Lorna,
This morning we went to Lily's nursery and we were having coffee.
I think he wants to know about the murder part.
Well, I think this is important. Let me tell it. Anyway, we saw a couple we see everywhere, right? And we see them in the city, on the island. I mean, honestly, we just see them everywhere. So we get this bright idea to introduce ourselves because, obviously we have the same interests. So we all sit down and have coffee. And it turns out that John has a super vegetable garden and he invited us over to show us. Well, they were really friendly. So we go over to their house and a little while later,
How much later?
from the time we left Lily's, about an hour at the most,
Did they buy anything at Lily's?
We don't know.
we were in the cafe, but they left through the garden center.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we had to pay for coffee and bagels, and I don't know, it just happened that way.
Okay.
Anyway, so we go over to the Torres' house, John and Claire. And Claire and I were talking about houseplants while John and Sally were in the garden. So Claire said that she couldn't grow houseplants, and I offered to help her out.
Where were you doing this? In the garden as well?
No. We were on the patio part, off the kitchen.
Whose idea was it to go to the garden center?
Well, mine, I think. She said she had a hard time with houseplants, and I offered to help her. So we went to Speckles Garden Center there across the street. But this might be something. I was going to tell Sally. While we were in the garden, Claire said not to tell them what was going on, that we were leaving. And because John and Sally, they were so engrossed in what they were doing. Well, I don't know. I just didn't think twice about it.
Okay.
Sally, you go.
Well, I'm not sure how long went by since they left. But
Laura, how long do you think you were gone?
I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes at the very most.
Okay, go ahead.
okay, well, anyway, I had my back to the house and patio. John was facing me. We were talking about the vines on the snow peas. You know how the bottom always looks so dry and dead and rotty, and the tops always look so healthy.
So the plant was between you, and he was facing the house and the fruit trees.
Yes.
Were you standing or kneeling?
Both, actually. John had bent down to show me something about the vines, and I was still standing. He said, the thing you need to watch for, and he stopped. And I bent down to see what he was showing me, and he rolled forward, like flat on his face. I thought he had passed out or had a heart attack or something crazy, so I rolled him over onto his back. At first, I didn't see the gunshot in his head. It took a couple of seconds for it to register. I thought I was going to have to give him CPR or something crazy like that. And it was just kind of incongruent as to what I was seeing. But then I ran over to the side of the house around the corner of the patio. I looked around, but Lorna and Claire weren't there. I thought they were in the house, but I didn't, even see them or anything. So I used my cell phone to call 911. I waited a minute, and then I went into the house and looked for them.
You didn't see anyone by the trees or the house?
No, nobody.
Was the front door open when you went in the house?
I don't, you know what? No, it wasn't, because I opened it to see if Claire or Lorna were on the front lawn.
Did you see anyone?
No, down the street there were some kids on their front lawn. They had their bikes out, so I just shut the door and waited for the police. I didn't know what to do. It was maybe like 3 minutes past before the police got there. It really happened awfully fast.
Okay.
Well, then Claire and I had finished with the houseplants, and then we headed back, and then we saw the police cars.
Did Ms. Torres say anything?
Yeah, she said, John, and that was it. I mean, obviously something had happened. Ooh, the soup. Don't say anything while I'm gone.
Have you found anything out, Detective? How's Claire doing?
Well, I'm sure she's in shock, and the police are just gathering information, trying to find out where the shot came from. Clearly, they used a silencer.
So do you think it was like a professional hit job or something? John had said he was retired. Do you know what he retired from?
Claire said he retired from the airport, and the silencers aren't exactly commonplace.
Here, Sally. Detective, would you like some soup?
No. I'm going to leave you two alone, but I do want to let you know there will be a cruiser by your house tonight from time to time. Okay? No alarm, just to be safe.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
No problem.
Detective Keeling, on the unofficial level, I appreciate your concern and everything, but just so nothing gets confused, from now on, if you're going to want to talk to us more, we're going to have our attorneys present.
Sally!
It's okay. She's right, Lorna. I assure you, this was an unofficial visit, Sally. Thanks for indulging me. Ladies?
Okay, we have to stop meeting like this.
Good night, then.
Lorna.
Eat your soup! Oh, Detective Holloway.
Mr. Holliston,
Yeah, you guessed right.
I'm horrible with names. Forgive me.
Forgiven. What can I help you with?
Well, I just have a few questions about your statement. You and your partner, if she's around.
She's not back from work yet, but I think I'm supposed to have an attorney present if you're going to be questioning me further.
No, not anything like that. I'm just not clear on a few of the details.
Well, come in then. Sally will be home soon.
She's an attorney, isn't she?
Yes?
Well, then, there you go.
Well, she's not that kind of attorney.
Well, that reminds me of a joke. Who's the best attorney?
The dead one.
Yeah, that's right. That must have been. Well, yeah, well, I've got your statement right here. Now, you said that it was your idea to go to the Speckles Garden Center, but Miss Torres said that she wanted houseplants.
Right. She said she was awful with the houseplants, and I suggested we go to Speckles and get her set up with some spider plants. As you can see, they're my specialty.
Oh, right. How many do you have here?
About 10. But they're non-poisonous to pets, and they clean the air, so I give them to friends a lot.
But you didn't give one to Miss Torres.
Well, we had just met. I didn't know when we left the house that she was really bad at houseplants.
Okay, because, it seems odd that you'd visit 2 garden centers on the same day.
Well, it wasn't exactly planned out.
Oh, so you just met and they invited you to their home.
Yeah, I mean, Sally and I were spending the morning having coffee at Lily's nursery, and we met the Torreses. We had coffee together and talked about gardening, and they invited us in to see their garden.
Had you met them before?
Well, no, but I mean, we've seen them around town.
Where?
You know, garden centers, restaurants, grocery stores.
You must be very observant. How many times have you seen them around?
Detective, I don't know, maybe 4 or so?
Enough to know their weekend patterns.
Detective, Sally and I wouldn't even recognize our own weekend patterns. And I'm not sure I'm really comfortable with your questions.
Well, okay. Maybe I got off course. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sense of it.
How do you mean?
It seems like a random shooting, but it was done in this really careful and professional style. Did you happen to notice if you saw others? Would you recognize someone again if you saw them around the same time that you were seeing the Torreses around town?
Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe. Don't you have anything else you can run down, any clues or anything? I mean, murders are generally committed by people who know each other, right?
Your partner. She was so close when the shot occurred, but, no blood got on her. And she heard nothing. No one running, no sound.
Well, she was standing away at the time, I think. Maybe a big truck or motorcycle drove by. I don't know. You'll have to ask her about that.
I will. Would you stop by the station sometime this week? I have some mugshots for you to look at. Maybe you'll recognize some of the faces.
Sure.
There's another, Curious thing at the Lilies. Miss Torres bought a hemlock plant, but now the hemlock plant isn't at their home. You know anything about hemlock?
Yeah, they used it in old movies to kill people. But, I mean, I think it's also used in, like, home remedies and stuff like that.
Like what stuff?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they were using it as some kind of bug repellent. You'll have to check it with them. We left through the upstairs cafe, and they left through the garden center. Oh, God, Sally, I didn't hear you come in.
Yeah, I've been creeping around my own house. Detective Holloway, we can't answer any more of your questions without an attorney present. I'd appreciate it if you'd call and make an appointment next time.
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a few questions about your statements.
Would you like to make an appointment now?
If that's how you want to play it, counselor.
I play it by the book, officer. You might want to refer to it next time. Have a good day.
Well, Lorna, I'll see you at the station tomorrow.
I didn't say tomorrow. I said this week, when my attorney's available.
Give a call then. Okay. You know, that reminds me of another joke.
Nope, that's okay. Thank you. I'm just plumb joked out now. Bye. I messed up, didn't I? He said he just wanted to clear up some confusion in my statement.
Oh, no, honey. How would you have even known? He shouldn't have even been at the house here, okay?
Well, he seemed genuinely confused.
Really? What'd he say?
Well, when I mentioned the murders, when I mentioned that the murders are generally committed by people who know each other, it was like he didn't even hear me, and he just skipped over any kind of discussion and moved on to questions about where you were standing.
You were talking about murder theory with the detective?
No. Okay, let me just start from the beginning.
I'm home. Lorna, what's all this?
Well, it's been a couple of days, and I just thought I'd bring over a few dishes to Claire's house, see how she's doing. How was work? You seem in a brighter mood.
They were good, actually. Remember Aileen from Criminal Section?
Oh, yeah.
She came by and see if I needed to talk.
Okay, well, that was nice, right?
Yeah, it was, but good news really travels fast there. So you're going to Claire's? You want me to go with you?
No, you don't have to. Why don't you stay home and watch TV, and I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. Wait, no, I'll go with you. I'll just stay in the car. Do you have to do that now? Why not wait a few days?
Sally, listen, nothing's gonna happen. I'll call you on my way back. It'll take maybe 20 minutes.
No, I'll go. I don't want you going by yourself.
Okay, grab a casserole then.
Oh, hello.
Claire, I just wanted to drop some things off for you. It's just a horrible shock, and I just wanted to make sure you're eating, and were you gardening?
Oh, this isn't necessary. Thank you. Here, I'll just put them down here. I'm sorry. There's just so much to do. I'd invite you in, but I'm busy.
No, of course. I just wanted to drop this by for you.
Well, thank you.
Lorna?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You just take care of yourself, Claire.
Yes, you too.
That was quick.
That was. Well, there's something going on. Something's not right. Pull around the corner like we're going home.
We are.
No, Sally, I'm serious. I think she's in trouble. Pull over.
Just call 911.
Sally, pull over.
I'm calling 911.
Just hang on. Don't do anything. I'll be right back.
No, this time no, Lorna. No, you're not going back in there.
Of course I'm not. I'm gonna go peek through her garden fence.
Detective Keeling.
What's Lorna doing?
She's peeking through the Torres garden wall.
Why?
She thinks Claire's in trouble.
Sally, unofficially, could you please go bring her back here? Please, and quickly.
My pleasure.
Lorna, I need you to call Detective Holloway and report this.
We're not exactly on his nice list.
Join the club, but you'll have to.
Why?
Because this isn't my case. Officially, I can't really even be here. You understand? But you said she was digging in holes in her garden 2 days after her husband was shot here. Maybe Claire's in trouble.
Here, Lorna, here's the number.
This is Detective Holloway.
Hello, Detective. This is Lorna Tollison.
Right. You ready to come in?
Yeah, but I'm at Claire Torres's home right now, and I'm outside, and I think Claire's in trouble. Could you swing by here?
Why do you think she's in trouble, Ms. Tillison?
Because she's filthy, and she won't let me in the house.
Are you reporting on her personal hygiene?
Detective Holloway, this is why people don't like you. I mean, she's covered in dirt and acting very odd. I think something strange is going on in her home.
So, you want us to come by her house now?
Well, don't make me call 911, yeah. Wow, he's a keeper. Where'd you guys find him?
Okay, I'm off. Thanks for keeping me out of it.
Wait, you're not going to stay?
Like I said, not my case. Good luck, ladies.
Wait a minute. How'd you know we were here?
I didn't. I just stopped by Speckle's nursery to buy my wife a rose bush, and here you were. Bye.
Maybe cops are like dogs, you know. They don't want each other peeing in the territory.
What a perfect metaphor.
Thank you. Should we just go on up to Claire's right now and wait?
No, he'll get here soon enough. What do you think she was digging for? Did it seem like there was anyone else there?
I don't know. I think there's something buried in her backyard, and I don't know, she just doesn't want anybody to know about it.
That, or maybe, hey, Lorna, look, lean over here. Someone's going into Claire's house.
Huh. I've never seen him before. Oh, crikey, and there's Holloway. Let's go. Detective Holloway! Hey, detective, wait!
What now? Keep it up and I'll have you in for obstructing justice.
Please, yes, of course. Someone just walked into Claire's. I think you should wait for a second, see if he comes out.
I thought you said she was in trouble.
I did, but just let me go up first, please.
I'm not sure I understand. I need you to start again. Hey! Hey, hold it. What's going on here?
You may just want to call for your backup or whatever.
Claire, I know you're in there. I was just here, and they've been watching your house. I know there's somebody in there with you. Open up or I'm calling the police.
Please, go away. I don't want to see you right now.
Who's with you?
Move your foot, please. It's none of your business. I need you to go away now.
No, Claire, you just hold on. My partner could have been shot in your backyard, and I think I deserve some consideration, too.
What?
That's right. Where's my pie and casserole? Sally hasn't slept in 2 days, either. It's not easy to witness a murder. There should be a support group or something for her. Do you know of any support groups?
What? I have to go.
Oh, it's easy for you then, huh? You think you just litter the world with your baggage? I think you're an emotional vampire. That's right. Why don't you just step out here? Run!
Please, talk into the microphone.
All right. After you and I talked and I went to Claire's house, I saw the man standing behind the door from the mirror in the back of the room. I couldn't make his face out, but he was wearing the same clothes as the guy who had entered the house a few minutes ago, and he was behind the door.
Very grateful you called in the backup for Detective Holloway, but I wish you would have stayed with us. Are we going to be material witnesses?
Possibly. But they caught him with the drugs red-handed, and on Mrs. Torres's statement alone, he won't be out for a very long time.
How many other gardens did this guy bury his drugs in?
Oh, I don't think he made a habit of it. I think he needed a safe place to stash where it wouldn't look suspicious if things were being dug up over and over. And their garden was fenced in, so it had its own protection. He could just go in and out. John Torres worked in his garden on the weekends, so it was a safe bet.
God, what a waste. So senseless. This guy had a silencer and everything. I don't think he was just a weekend drug dealer.
Well, you won't have to worry about it.
Hi, guys. He said I can go now.
Well, thanks. But I hope I don't need to see you two for a very long time.
Yeah, us too.
Tune in next week for another episode of The O-Line Mysteries, presented by Billibatt Productions and brought to you by ChickPimp.com. The O-Line Mysteries are written by M. Saylor Billings, music by Tim Lindeen. Featuring the voices of Will Connolly, Katie Daniel, Ty Garofalo, Beth Hutchins, and Jonathan Wind. The O-Line Mysteries is an original work of fiction. Any resemblance between events, locations, or characters herein and real persons, living or otherwise, events or locations is purely coincidental.